Kindly state full name for the record.
Gunnery Sergeant Michael Joseph Armstrong.
Marine, huh? Fantastic. And you live next door to Buddy Edmonds. Is that right?
Unfortunately.
So I take it the two of you didn't exactly invite each other over for barbecue.
Ha, no.
Describe your relationship with the deceased. What kind of neighbor was he?
Get comfortable, Deputy. This could take a while.
Let it all out.
Well, he was a cheesy, womanizing, polyester suit-wearing jerk of a moron, and those were his positive qualities. Not only did he blast Elvis music all the time, but he strut across his yard shirtless with his beer gut swashing around for the world to see. And his yard's something straight out of a mini golf hell, complete with pink flamingos, garden gnomes, and pinwheels. Then there's his broken down, rusted out RV. Did I mention he never mows or picks up after his dog?
Sounds like quite a neighbor.
That's only half of it. I've always kept my property pristine, but Buddy started letting his ugly mutt Bruno take his morning whiz on my hedges. And now they're all dead. Didn't even flinch when I confronted him. Said they were blocking his view. Yeah, his view of Mrs. Van Gaal's 2 doors over. And then my little dog, Mr. Tinkles, nearly died last week after Bruno got into my yard and worked him over.
Sorry to hear that. Bet after that, you wanted to mess Buddy up worse than his dog messed up yours.
You got that right.
Can you tell me anything about Buddy's relationship with his wife?
Yeah, along with being an awful neighbor, he was a terrible and abusive husband. Not only did I hear he weaseled Candy's inheritance away from her, but he was also having an affair with his secretary. They had some big old fights over there too. Mostly it was Buddy yelling, cussing around, throwing things while Candy cried. I went over there more than a few occasions to straighten them out.
I hear there was a time when your marching right over there prompted one of the neighbors to call the police on you. I believe it was about a month ago, on the weekend.
That jerk put a big American flag one morning, emblazoned with words, "Get your next ride at Big Daddy's" on it. Look, I'm both a Marine and a Texan. Ain't nobody gonna mess with the flag on my watch.
Well, good for you. But why did the neighbor call the cops on you? I would think they must have had a good reason.
I went over there with my rifle. Wasn't loaded, but I made him think it was. The police showed up. They sided with me and made him remove those words from the flag.
And that incident happened before Bruno tried to take down Mr. Tinkles, didn't it? Bet you were so over putting up with this crap.
You have no idea.
And since Marines, who are also Texans, don't put up with crap, you went right over there. But this time, not with your rifle. You brought some of Granny Gert's moonshine whiskey instead, under the pretense of peace. Only your intentions were anything but peaceful. You whacked him over the head and left him for dead. Must have been a relief to think that instead of living 6 feet over, he'd be living 6 feet under.
Hey, it's no secret. I couldn't stand the guy. And truthfully, I'm glad he's not going to be my neighbor anymore. But I'd never kill someone outside of combat.
Sounds like maybe there was a little neighborhood combat taking place to me.
You're barking up the wrong tree, Deputy. Try sniffing around Darrell Wheeler. I saw his van out at Buddy's while I was pruning my rose bushes. And with him being Granny Gert's grandson, I bet he's got ample access to that whiskey.
Any idea what time that was?
Maybe 8? Not sure. I tend to lose track when I'm gardening. But shortly afterward, I went out to my back porch to relax in my hammock.
You ever had any of this whiskey?
Sure, it's great.
Seems everyone in town knew about it. How did I never hear of it till now?
That's easy. The sheriff keeps it under wraps. I hear he's one of her best customers.
Is that so? By the way, just one more thing. Where'd you get that nasty wound on your hand? Looks like a fresh bite mark.
Yeah, it is. got it when I grabbed Bruno and Mr. Tinkles.
That happened a week ago. Looks more recent than that. But what do I know?
Yeah, it hasn't healed properly yet. He tore up my hand good. That dog's a menace.
He may be a menace, but you know what? I bet he's loyal. All dogs are. I bet even Mr. Tinkles would risk life and limb for you. Huh, Mr. Armstrong? We'll be in touch.